Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to your YouTube channel, Prakash Realm of Learning. And in today's video, I am going to deal with the second unit of the Prose, My Greatest Olympic Prize. As you know, this prose is quite interesting, as I have already talked about that. And this unit of this prose is more interesting because in this unit, you will find the most interesting part. You have to find out whether Jesse Owens will manage to qualify in his first attempt or not. As discussed earlier, Jesse Owens was in fact disgusted with the attitude of the Hitler. He didn't like the mentality, Hitler's mentality and his people's mentality that his own people are superior to other people in every aspect of the game. He didn't like that. He didn't believe in the Aryan superiority theory. ये नहीं कि जो आर्यन है, जो जर्मन है, उनके पास ताकत है, उनके पास सारे स्किल है, and they will win. This sort of belief, this sort of theory didn't work on Jesse Owens. He didn't like that. And as a result, क्या हुआ? He was a little bit carried away by the emotions. Although he was aware of the fact that when a sports person is carried away by emotions or overwhelmed by emotions, there is every possibility that he may fall prey to his pride and ego. And once you are under the control of emotions or anger, there is every reason to make a mistake, every reason to not finding the real rhythm of the game. And it happens with Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens knows that there is no reasons to be under the control of anger. Anger is the real enemy of the sports person. And that's why every coach asks the trainee not to be under the control of emotions, under the control of anger. In spite of that, Jesse Owens made an effort to get through the first round, the trial round, the qualifying round, but he couldn't. He leaped beyond the takeoff board and he was considered disqualified. The performance in the second attempt was worse. And as you know, आपके पास 3 ही अटेम्प्ट होगा. जब आप 2 अटेम्प्ट में फेल हो चुके हो, दूसरा अटेम्प्ट वर्स हो, खराब हो, then you can understand क्या हो सकता है. And this sort of situation was there with Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens had already failed in the first 2 attempts. He had just 1 attempt in his pocket, under his belt. उनके पास और बचा था 1 ही अटेम्प्ट. अगर वही 1 ही अटेम्प्ट में अगर फेल कर जाएंगे तो he won't be playing in the final round. And this must be a situation of tremendous pressure. He has to be under tremendous pressure. He is under stress. But he didn't want to reveal. And all these things, जो कि जेसी ओवेंस स्ट्रेस में है, ये कि जेसी ओवेंस स्ट्रेस में है और पहले 2 अटेम्प्ट में फेल हो चुके हैं. He didn't manage to qualify. All these things were closely watched by the German athlete. And he could understand the feelings of Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens was under stress, and sometimes that stress was revealed unconsciously. He went a little bit away from the jumping pit and kicked the ground in disgust. In the meantime, the German athlete came to him, showed a friendly gesture, a real friendly gesture as to, from his own side, he told that he was Luzlong, the German athlete, and asked him how he was. Jesse Owens, in an effort to hide his embarrassment, hide his feelings, exchange the same way of feelings, same way of gesture. But Luzlong was quite clever, was intelligent enough to understand the feelings of Jesse Owens as to what happened to him. Why was he so stressed? Why didn't he manage to get through the qualifying round? आप इतने बड़े एथलीट हो कि आप क्वालिफाई कैसे नहीं कर रहे हो? He wanted to know. And also, Luzlong was aware of the true potentials of Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens क्या है कि वो already record बना चुके हैं. He was aware of that. So, he told him, although for a while, Jesse Owens was not comfortable talking to Luzlong. Nevertheless, in course of time, he talked to him. Luzlong asked him that was not a difficult job for him. He is a great athlete. He had already set the records. And he said to him that आप तो ये easily आप क्रॉस कर सकते हो, easily क्वालिफाई कर सकते हो. इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम की बात नहीं है. You can manage to qualify it with your eyes closed. With your eyes closed easily. It means with one's eyes closed means easily. And they talked. Luzlong could understand the feelings. Although Jesse Owens didn't reveal that, Luzlong could understand the feelings of what was going on in the minds of an athlete who was considered to be a great athlete and who had already failed in the first two attempts. There was just one attempt left. So he could understand the feelings of the athlete. And in the meantime, they talked. And when Luzlong found that Jesse Owens was a little bit calm and composed, he talked to him. He talked to him that, look, this is not a problem at all. And also, in the meantime, Jesse Owens also sensed a little bit of change in his mindset about Luzlong. He thought Luzlong, although belonged to so-called Aryan race, although brought up under the regime of Hitler, had a different mindset. He was far above Aryan superiority theory. He was a different sort of people. Although he was part of that race, he had a different mindset and Jesse Owens could understand that. उनको ये पता चल गया कि लुजलोंग थोड़ा अलग टाइप का है. अगर वो जर्मन रेस में बढ़े हैं, वही आर्यन सुपरियरिटी कंसेप्ट में वो बड़े हुए हैं. इसके बावजूद लुजलोंग वाज ऑफ ए डिफरेंट टाइप्स. And Luzlong wanted to give him a suggestions. The suggestions was great. The suggestions was great in the sense that he gave him that you are great athlete and this is the trial round. This is the qualifying round. It doesn't matter whether you are going to be in the lead, whether you are going to be first or second. It hardly matters. Just it's a qualifying round. So he said, there is no need to be worried about that. And he was such a great athlete. अगर जो टेक ऑफ बोर्ड हो उससे कुछ इंच पहले अगर लाइन खींचते हैं and you should jump from that board, no fear of getting disqualified. And in this way, Jesse Owens understood him well, उनको अच्छा से समझे, and he did what Luzlong told and he qualified. Here you will find most important elements that you can find just reading between the lines. The thing is that, look, you will find the greatness of Luzlong. He is a competitor and he showed true sportsmanship spirit. हो सकता है अगर वहां पे जेसी वंस डिस्क्वालीफाई हो and Luzlong could have been the winner. On the other hand, after the winning, that Jesuan accepted, acknowledged what Luzlong had talked to him, and that was his greatness. So, this unit, the second unit, showed the greatness of these two athletes. One sacrificed his own medal, showing the true sportsmanship spirit. The second acknowledged that it was just the suggestions, the great help from Luzlong, that he could qualify in the qualifying round, and ultimately he got the medal. So this is the second unit of this prose, and I hope you could understand it. Thank you so much.